Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining these two heavyweights here. We got the Viking samurai, the legend, the movie star, the martial artist, and then we have the two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Terrible Tim Witherspoon. You guys go ahead and take it away. We're going to talk about the let me first show
Yeah,
what
you got to help organize some of
yep,
this.
type what Tyson Fury said about
Okay.
Ngannou. Ngannou. I
Okay.
can't I
Ngannou.
ever say that. Ngannou.
Yeah.
Ngannou. That's how we
Okay.
say it.
And
Um,
Ngannou. Okay.
Ngannou.
Okay.
So it was, man, it's very controversial. I guess we'll wait for a few more people to pop in. We got 9 right now. But yeah, champ, you saw the fight. David, you saw the fight. Champ, why don't you tell David your feelings about that fight?
Um, I was talking about the fight. I'm more sharper now because yesterday we did it. We did something, and I felt a little off, but now I'm kind of sharp today. Um, okay, first everybody, when a champion wins his title and he defends it maybe 5 or 6 times, he start to like want to relax a little bit and
Uh-huh.
like be with his family, maybe have a little fun. He fought all his way up there. He had all those fights. Then he went fight for the title. He knocks out Dante Wilder, whoever. Then he keeps his title. Then it's time for him to relax a little bit. Okay, you got the title. You got it. I mean, okay, you defended it 3 or 4 times. It's time to relax sometimes. And I think this fight showed that Tyson Fury laid back a little bit. He wasn't really training every day. And Ngannou got people think that he won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I fought for the title before. You got to overdo it if you want to win the title. You can't just do a regular win to get that title. You got to do more. And and so this is just what I'm coming up with. This is what I'm coming up with, that he should have did a little bit more. Maybe his team didn't know that, but you have to do a little bit more to take the title from them, especially you coming from martial arts, then you coming over. They're going to have to protect that. Tyson Fury and everything. So Tyson wasn't in shape, and I could tell. And I kind of like figure he was having family fun. He was going around doing talking. He was enjoying being the champion. And then when that fight come up, he probably thought he could just play with Ngannou. But Ngannou was taking it serious, more serious than him. Now, real quick, before the fight, you see how Tyson Fury was acting like it wasn't really that much, nothing. And so this is the results we're going to get for stuff like that. Mm-hmm. If he was serious and was in shape, was sharp, I think he would have beat Adano. I'm not saying Adano, but I don't think it would have been as easy. But because Adano he's strong and he can punch good. So I think Tyson Fury did what a lot of former champs do. They relax after a while, take a little time off, and then he took this fight. He didn't know about this. He didn't know what you should do. Should I relax? Should I take the fight? Let's go another 2 months down the line, then I fight him. Now he was exposed a little bit. He wasn't in best of shape, Dave. He wasn't in shape.
It's the plot to Rocky 3, basically. It's hard to be hungry when you're on top, You're hungry when you are trying to get there, but, like, he's there. Like you said, he's relaxing. I mean, the guy's never had a great physique, but his physique even looked a little off even for him, So, obviously, he's eating really good. Probably not training as much, whereas Ngannou is so damn hungry because he's probably really pissed he never got, like, the big money fight or the respect from the UFC, which is why he left. So he's got everything and more to prove.
Whoa. Say that again.
Hmm?
Say that again about Ngannou.
I don't think he ever got the big money fight or the respect from the UFC, which is why he left.
What do you think that's from? What do you think that's from?
I think that's from, well, I mean, everybody would say Dana White screws the fighters. I mean, that's no secret.
You serious?
Yeah. You look
shocked. Keep going. I didn't know that.
You look shocked. Yeah, no, I mean, that's what a lot of people complain. I mean, unless you're like a Ronda Rousey or Conor McGregor, you're not really making money, But those people, they were like, more mainstream, you know, like Michael Jordan or Mike Tyson, where like you didn't even have to be into basketball or boxing, and like the general public knew about him, like Connor and Ronda Rousey. So it's like you almost have to have that extra appeal if you want to make like a lot of money in the fight game. So that's what's so interesting about when you talk about the YouTube fighters like Jake Paul. It's like nobody's watching him because he's a great boxer. They're watching him because people are interested in him. You know, like that's
Right.
the thing with fighting.
Right.
People aren't necessarily interested in the best fighters. They're just interested in somebody they're interested in actually fighting, because fighting is universal. It's like if you were in high school, you don't really care if you're going to watch the best martial artist in your high school fight. You want to watch the popular kid fight. Whether
That's well said. I like that, David. That's actually well
No, he's
said.
telling
Yeah.
the truth. That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
So you guys want me to go over? I'll go
No,
over.
you need to tell everybody who just got finished talking.
Yeah. Here we go. I'll go right into the
You got to
right
tell them
into-
who was just talking just now. You, Dave. You got to tell them who he is, Brian. Real quick.
well, it's a Viking samurai. They know we're linked to his channel right now. For those from Tim's side, the Viking samurai is a actor, movie producer, martial artist, and somebody,
and a really good person.
Yeah, and a damn hard hitter. He can hit hard, huh? He hits like a truck, huh?
Take it away, Brian. Take it away.
All right, so we're gonna go to what Tyson Fury said, which was been very controversial. So I would like to get everybody's feelings about this.
Okay.
You didn't underestimate Francis at all.
No, didn't underestimate him. I trained for 12 weeks, give it the best preparation I could have done, and that's it.
Would you say he was better than what you thought he was?
We didn't know how good he was or how bad he was. There was no footage of him. Never seen the man fight before as a boxer, and that was it. So he was a lot more awkward than I thought he'd be. And he wasn't walking onto me, and he was just an awkward man. He was good at what he was doing, so fair play to him. Don't take anything away from him. He gave me a better fight than all the boxers did in the last 10 years. I think that was the toughest fight I've had for years.
Saying that you didn't underestimate Francis at all.
No, didn't underestimate.
There you go, champ. He said,
Yeah, listen. He said, I don't know why. Well, he said those things. I believe Deontay Wilder, if he keep his defense right, he knocks Ngannou out. I think that Anthony Joshua beats him, and several other boxers. I don't know why Tyson Fury said that, because you can see clearly that he's not up on the level with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, but he is a strong-looking, aggressive fighter, and if he hits you, you can go. But he still needs to learn a whole lot, to me, and in order to really, really compete with those top guys. He's good now. Let's give it to him. But Tyson made him look way better because he wasn't in shape. Now, go ahead. Tyson wasn't in shape. I know him. What I mean is, I seen him before.
Mm-hmm.
He had flab down here. I think he wasn't taking him serious. You could tell by his look on his face. I was champion before, and I know that look. It was a concerned look, but it was a look that he know that he could beat Ngannou, and that everything was going to be all right after it. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
Well, real quick to David. I mean, so this provides a good opportunity for people in your situation, who want to kind of cross over, whether it be celebrity, martial artists. You're more of a traditional martial artist coming into this, but it seems to be opening up the possibilities. It makes people think there's a possibility people can cross over into boxing.
Oh, 100%, man. Let me make a comment about that video real quick, though. So the reason why I think Tyson Fury said that is because he's really setting up that rematch. If he just said like, oh, I didn't really take it serious, all this, and there's less interest, because then it's like, oh, so you're going to take it serious, you're going to beat him, no problem. Who wants to watch that? Nobody.
Real quick, his rematch is with Usyk. Go ahead. The guy
from is it?
That's who his money thing is for. I just want to let you know. Go ahead, champ.
Okay. But I bet you they will run that back, and you'll have the Tyson Fury and Ngannou part 2.
Okay, there's a lot of money on the line, so that could be.
Ngannou won, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to somebody
65
else.
million.
I'll go to somebody else's house. I'll go to somebody else's house and watch it. I wouldn't pay. I'm not going to pay for it.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying. I
we'll all
respect.
watch it at Brian's house. Let him pay
That's
for it.
right.
There you go.
Drink all my wine.
There you go. Come on, let's keep moving. Come on.
Oh, with what you said though, Brian, about the crossover. See, it is quite interesting because people, look, Ngannou is an incredibly gifted athlete. I literally remember watching his first fight years ago in the UFC, and I swear I watched that fight, and even though he wasn't like as experienced, I knew he would be champion someday. I'm like, this heavyweight is going somewhere, man. And he couldn't even speak English because I remember after he won that fight, like they had him like, get on the mic and he was like all nervous and couldn't really say anything. So, I mean, it was actually, but yeah, he ended up like not only being UFC champ, but almost freaking heavyweight boxing champ, almost, now he's going to be ranked in the top 10, I heard. So he could actually legitimately win the title if they do the rematch and he beats Tyson Fury, but Tim doesn't think he'll beat Tyson Fury. I see him shaking his head.
Real quick. I think in the top 10, if those guys get in shape, either one of the top 10s will beat him. He needs more boxing now. If it was martial arts or MMA, he'll win in the first 20 seconds. But now you can't kick. Now you can't do certain things. You have to do boxing. And anybody in the top 10.
Hey, champ, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Mike is in here, guys. Mike Evans.
Hey, Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, give me the
I've been
sauce.
cooking with your barbecue sauce. I eat it with my chicken every night, man. It's freaking delicious. And your dry rub.
Yeah, he's got it going
I got the
on.
bottle.
We can talk about it. He's in the team. We on his team. He's on our team. But I'm looking at from experience what I went through. There you go. That's the knockout sauce. The barbecue guys who used to spar with Tyson, me, everybody. He was an Olympic gold medal wrestler. His name, Mighty Mike Evans. What a nice guy to be on the team with.
He's also a former 2-time heavyweight boxing champ, right?
No, he's a wrestler.
I thought he was.
No, he fought, but he was sparring. He sparred with Tyson, me, a lot of top guys. He fought for Don King, but really he was a wrestler. He was strong. He was dedicated, and he was one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. Serious. He's big though. He had muscles. He had muscles coming out this way. He'd just pick you up like this. Boom, boom, boom. He was that strong.
Wow. With the wrestling and the boxing, if they had MMA back in the day when he was coming up, like he could have really been something in that sport.
He's a really smart business guy too. That's what he's been around a lot of people, big business guys that really knew business. And that's what I respected about him. He was a nice guy and stuff. Him and my brother Steve used to be together all the time.
Oh, cool.
Let's keep moving. So real quick, and then you just shut in. I'm just looking at some of the experience that I went through. I knew Tyson Fury definitely wasn't in shape, the shape he's supposed to be in. I knew that he was doing a lot of things while he's not training. Now he had to rush and get ready for this fight that happened the other day. But I do believe if he was constantly training and in good shape, this dude might have not. Ngannou, I don't mean to disrespect him. Ngannou might have not went the distance, depending on how good a shape Tyson Fury's in.
So Tim, and then also to David.
Okay.
I mean, you look at two different perspectives here. You have David coming from kind of somebody wanting to get into the whole crossover fighting, and then you have boxing, which kind of took a little bit of a black eye because of what Tyson Fury said, saying that this guy put up a better fight than all these other boxers.
I really feel bad about that. I really feel bad about him.
I feel the same way. It was kind of a smack in the face to the industry. But what about you, David? I mean, what does it make you think, somebody kind of outside the industry wanting to get into these crossover fights?
Well, after training with Tim now, I wonder if I could even take on a pro boxer instead of just a washed-up MMA fighter like the Paul brothers do. I had my eyes on Bisping, but honestly, that'd be way too easy of a fight. Let me tell you what pisses me off about the whole Bisping thing, by the way. So, I got under his skin and that was strategic, you know. But I got under his skin enough where he would make fun of me and post tweets about me on Twitter, which got more engagement than all of his other tweets, you know, because I checked the numbers.
Who is this, Dave?
But
Who is this, Dave?
then he blocks me. Like, how coward of a punk move is that? He's going to talk shit about me and then block me. I'm Michael Bisping, the former UFC middleweight champ. So he talks crap about me on Twitter, you know, and then he blocks me. It's like, that's a punk move.
He's scared.
Of course he is. Of course he is. 100%.
We got a donation here. The Jughead won 10 euros.
Thank you, Jughead. Thank you, Jughead. Keep going, Dave. Keep going. Thank you, Jug. Thank you, Jug.
Oh, so guys, just so you know, I am heading out next Wednesday to start the preliminary training camp with Tim. And look, after 1 week of training, for fun, let's do an experiment. We'll get me a legit sparring match against a pro boxer after 1 week.
Don't worry. Don't you worry. We can even put it on the video on the show. You are going to be fine. Believe me.
Yeah. After 1 week, we'll do that challenge.
You're going to be fine. Because I'm going to show you stuff that they're not teaching boxers today. You know, it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to show you stuff that these trainers, all these trainers you see with all these different boxers, they're not getting that defense and they're not getting that countering. They're not getting the proper stuff. Some of them making it and everything. I'm going to show you some stuff, and you got everything and you want to win. And that
I got the hunger, I got the discipline, I got the natural athleticism. I'm already in shape. Like, all I need is your wisdom and technical skills, and boom, we got it, man.
Took my arm off. You know,
we'll go easier on the pads, you know.
But you know what though? You know what though? We're not telling no bullshit. We telling, excuse my language, just the truth. I was impressed when I see you threw that left hook, and when you learn that fast. And I'm telling you, everybody, you want to see it yourself. I just hold my hand up a couple of seconds, and he did exactly what I wanted him to do. So imagine what all the rest of this watch. Oh man, I was like, whoa, and he hurt my shoulder. I had to get ready for you. So
we'll bring some extra ice bags, but yeah, man, I soak stuff up like a sponge, you know. So it's like,
I was impressed
because I do approach things in general like an empty cup. So when I have somebody I have full confidence in, like you, and obviously you're proven you won the heavyweight title twice. It's like, I'm going all in, man, because I have nothing but confidence, you know, and I got the work ethic. That's why we're going to be unstoppable. So
that's what
there's
I
a lot
like.
of people that talk crap to him, but they'll see the result next year. They'll be like, holy shit.
But you know, talking crap is beautiful. That's talking crap is building up stuff.
Oh yeah. I prefer to be the underdog and them to talk crap to prove them all wrong.
Underdog
it just
for
makes
what?
It that much
Underdog
sweeter.
for what? Who underdog for what?
Whoever the opponent I fight is going to be legit, either ex-UFC champion or somebody who's made a name fighting.
He's in trouble. Whoever it is, they're in trouble.
100%. They're just going to, when I have all these projects come out next year, this is just some YouTube martial artist, you know, movie guy. It's like, well, I'm going to prove what I could do to a real fighter, man.
That's true.
But that's because I'm training with the best. You know, it's not like I'm just going to do that next week or something. It's like, no, after we get legit training, me with the best, that's how it's going to happen.
You're going to get confidence too, because you know what? I was taught some really great defense, and that gave me confidence. So, this guy can't hit me. My trainer taught me how to block. That was a lot of my confidence. I was like, oh, okay. And everybody thought, oh, he don't throw a lot of punches, but when I hit you, I knocked you out. So, no, serious.
No, I'm just going to wait for that counter too, man.
Defense and offense is very important. Don't just do all offense. You got to do defense too. Defense is just as beautiful. It's like you miss a punch or you roll. That's beautiful, just like hitting a guy. Why not use both of them? Go ahead, champ.
Defense is key, man. Like all the masters, the martial artists, for example, the best are so they got the defense down, because everybody, when they start off, they get their strikes, they get their punches, they get their kicks, they do all that. The masters are the defensive guys, and that's why I've always given someone like Steven Seagal a lot of credit, because people talk crap about Aikido. They don't understand the difference between tension Aikido and regular Aikido, but it's just so defensively based, and his timing and everything else is very high level. You know, people don't give somebody like that credit, but they should, but they don't understand it. Plus, he's a guy that people just want to hate on too, for various reasons.
Okay, that is beautiful. We got Wayne Witherspoon. That's my cousin. Lana Brooks was my former trainer, Aaron Snowell's wife. We were really tight. Hey Lana, how you doing? You got John Wilkes Booth. Can y'all please say F-U Anthony? No, you read that. I'm not cussing.
I ain't reading it.
John
Go
Wilkes
ahead.
Booth.
John
So-
Wilkes Booth. I know
Yeah.
him. Can y'all please
John Wilkes Booth is
say
the guy
fuck
who
you,
shot
Anthony?
Lincoln.
Who's Anthony Pritchett-Chilo? Out
It's the
loud,
guy that
please
John Wilkes
trying-
Booth probably wants to
please trying-
assassinate like Lincoln, right?
It says, say it out loud, please trying to mess with my friend. John Wilkes Booth. Randomly cuss.
If he wants, he's got to give us you got to give us a super chat, and then depending how much.
Well, he's
it
got
is.
to pay for us to say that
Yeah,
out loud,
you
right?
got to pay for that, my friend. You got Richard G here. Hey, Viking.
Oh, hey, what's up, Richard?
Yeah.
I'm dying, thanks. Oh, he love it. He love. Listen, we got to talk some more stuff because
so
like when
let's kind of just turn it right back to where we started with this whole thing that boxing is going through. But Tim and I had talked, with Fury, kind of, whoa, the Jughead gave us another.
Oh,
looks
nice.
like he gave us another.
let's give him
10.
a shout out. Thank you, Judge. What's that? Jughead.
Yep, Jughead won. He said, if you are going to take boxing seriously, Viking, you need to spar continuously and lots of road work. As a former amateur boxer myself, I can attest to this. Love and respect from UK guys.
And do a lot of hammer and chopping wood.
Oh, we're going to be doing that in Philly, man. We'll be doing the hammer, the chopping wood, the spar, and everything.
I'm doing the hammer with you.
Yeah, nice.
I do it with the guys in the gym now, my son's gym. I do like 4 to 5 3-minute rounds with a big hammer. And I'm retired. That motivates the boxer. I'm gonna do that with you.
Oh yeah.
So Tim and I were talking about earlier that, with what Tyson Fury said and then what happened with Ngannou, that more of these MMA fighters might get the confidence now to say, hey, I want to cross over and challenge, Canelo or Davis. But as we said, I think they're going to be in for a big surprise. That may have been a one-off, but go ahead and talk on that.
Give me 10, 15 seconds. So like if the boxer went over to MMA, it would be hard for him to make it. It would be hard and take time. So if MMA came over to boxing, I don't think, depending on their movement and their heart, they probably could switch right into it and become somebody. But a boxer switching to MMA is a lot of difference because you're using your legs, you're using your body and switching and slamming, whatever you're doing. But it's harder for a boxer, to me, depending on how aggressive he is, how hungry he is, and he want to go get kicked with it. I didn't want to get kicked with no feet or nothing like that or flip, but I'd rather do like this, boom, 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 bang. Mm-hmm. So I think it's easier for an MMA guy to come into the boxing, even though he might have to learn skills, right, than a boxer going into MMA. So I think it's much easier for this, like Ngannou, he came in, it's much easier, but he needed more teaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going the other way, James Toney fought.
He's tough.
He is tough, but who's that UFC dude who was in the Expendables?
Randy
Couture. And Randy Couture just took him down, grappled, wrestled. So that's the better strategy against the boxer. I mean, the kicks are cool, but they don't have a chance with the grappling. Once they get taken down, the boxer, he might as well be a turtle on his back. He ain't doing anything.
It's a different sport. It's a different sport.
Yeah. But the MMA guys transitioning to boxing, they already are at least training boxing to some degree. Yeah. It's quite different, but they could, like you said, make the transition a lot easier. So.
But Dave, but I don't want to get kicked.
Oh yeah, of course not.
I'm a boxer. I don't want to get kicked. So it's more easier for, I think, an MMA to go into boxing than a boxer to go into there. Because I don't want to get in there and get kicked in the hip or kicked in the leg. And so I'd rather just do hand stuff. So
Yeah,
you gotta
100%.
be a certain kind of person to really get into the MMA. You gotta be tough.
Oh,
I'm not doing
sure. Here's a good question in the chat for you,
it.
Tim.
Okay.
Do you see
Who's
it?
that? My cousin?
Yeah, he
The
said,
WBC.
Wayne Witherspoon, the WBC is going to rate Francis for his performance. Tim, where would
No.
you rank him? Oh, we
He-
got another
Thank
we have
you,
another
Joe.
super chat.
Thank
Joe
you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Let me say this. There's no way that he should get ranked, even though he had to fight with Tyson Fury. I think that she have at least 2 or 3 tests. Okay, let's go with 2 tests. And if he get by those 2 tests, those 2 boxers, then let him go. Okay? And don't let him just jump right up to the top, because there's a lot of boxers working hard to get to that top. So after 2 fights, let him prove it after 2 fights, and I think that'll make me feel a little bit better.
And Frank just made a good point. Herschel Walker fought in what was it, MMA? Yeah,
He was MMA.
47. Yeah, he did it, and he won his debut, right? MMA debut.
Yeah, I remember that. But boxing is a little bit different. You don't have to kick, all that. You just gotta use finesse and skills. Well, you gotta use skills and everything, but you gotta use finesse and how to get that punch in there properly on all different ways. So I think a MMA guy coming to boxing would do better than a boxer coming to MMA, because not everybody want to get kicked, not everybody want to get an elbow or whatever, and that's the difference. They tougher in MMA. They tougher.
So let me ask a question. Here you go. We got Sifu Steve Thunder Michaels. So I'll say this to David. What do you think, coming from a martial arts background, having kickboxed and done different things? Do you think boxing is more dangerous sport out of all the ones that you've participated in?
I think boxing is more dangerous for your head, but MMA is more dangerous for your body.
Joints. You think joints are definitely get destroyed quicker?
Yeah, and taking those hard kicks even. But it seems like a lot of the MMA guys, they're not as bad when they get older as a lot of the boxers. I mean, some of them are, but the mental faculties are a little off more for a lot of the older boxers than the older MMA guys.
Let's thank Joseph Frogger for that $19, that $20. Thank you, Joseph.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Keep going, Dave.
That's a great donation. You can anybody can buy the dry rub and the Mighty Mike's barbecue sauce for $20, both of them.
That's right. Wes, go get me the dry
I've
rub.
literally been cooking my chicken every night with that stuff, dude.
We got the best show. We got the best show. We got some good knowledge. We even got people like you, Dave, coming over, bringing that knowledge that people don't really get at different podcasts, and I appreciate you coming on, and we should do this more often.
Oh yeah, man, we're a team, and people are going to be seeing us doing a lot of legit training, and they're going to see us do that fight next year, man. It's going to be a big fight. There's so much involved. Oh, look at Brian. He's showing the dry rub.
Yeah, that's Mighty Mike. He looked a lot younger than that, even though he do look young in there. And
he's got good news for us tomorrow, he said. I know he did the walkthrough. I can't say where, but it has to do with the Circle of Legends.
Oh, Circle of Legends is going to blow up big time, man. This is amazing.
So getting back to Tyson Fury, which is because
we got another one from Jughead. He just sent another super chat.
What?
We got €5 from Jughead. One, boxers can be successful in MMA. Ray Mercer smoked Tim Silva and Butterbean Bobby Ish. I think that's how his regular name.
Thank you, Jughead.
Times in MMA. MMA fighters are not invincible.
Where's Jughead from?
It looks like probably England.
That's got to be the UK, right? You guys are getting a lot of English pounds coming in.
Pounds. Did I say euros?
That's my second home.
Yeah. That's interesting about Ray Mercer, because I didn't even know that until about a month ago. I was having a conversation with another martial artist, and who knows Ray pretty well and a bunch of other martial art
I know
legends. But
Ray. I fought
I was
Ray.
like, oh, he fought MMA. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He said, you know what he told me? The thing that bothered him the most out of everything that happened when he kicked him in the legs, he said he never felt leg kicks before. He said that was the worst thing. He said it was the worst.
I'm telling you, man. Okay, is that Jughead put another 5 in there? I think.
Yeah, no, that was the last 5. So
Oh, that was the last one.
Yeah.
Tyson elbowed him too. Yeah, okay, I saw that tactics. He said Tyson, who's that? M-Man, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
Okay, so that I think that was a desperate thing. You know, Tyson didn't do that to me real quick. He didn't do that in any other fights. He didn't do. You have to do that. But I think he felt a certain way, how he looked, how he's performing, and maybe that came off because I did see that elbow coming, but it didn't look like he was really trying to hit him with it. But you seen that was his movement. If everybody's seen it, you seen it, Dave. Did you see the elbow?
I saw them stop. I saw a stopped picture of it.
Yeah, he did. He did look like he tried to throw the elbow and everything. And real quick, everybody, Tyson Fury, I'm cool with him. I know he has plenty of heart, but when he get inside, he grabs and hit. Somebody didn't teach him good defense because his defense is grabbing then hitting. Okay, and that's what makes it boring a little bit. But if somebody is too late to do it, not really, but you can try it. If somebody taught him how to keep your hands in tight when you get in closer, you grab for a split second, then start throwing punches or move back. They didn't teach him. That's how easy. That's all you have to show Tyson. But Tyson grab, then bounce all the way back. If you come to him, he bounce all the way back. When somebody come forward, all he got to do is put his hands up. But what he does, when somebody approaches him, he bounces back. Watch his video. If I was his trainer, I would tell him to stay in his ground and keep his hands up so he could fire.
So let me ask something of David about that. It looked like, and I know anybody out there in the audience who's Muay Thai and MMA, it looked like he used that kind of Muay Thai grab. He grabbed Fury behind the head, and I don't know if that kind of skunked, because he's a master of grappling. It kind of messed up Tyson Fury's pattern, the way that he did things. I think it threw him off with all that power he had. But
I don't think Tyson never knew what he did if he grabbed him. Go ahead. If he
I want to rewatch the whole fight like fresh, which I should do and study. And we're going to be studying a lot of fights when I go out there. So the training, the coaching, the studying, fight tape. Real quick, shout out to Eddie Boone. He said that's me.
That's my man.
Eddie
that's
is
my
the one
man.
that told me about Ray Mercer's MMA background.
Yeah.
I was like, Eddie really? Boone, I just thought he was the boxer. That's interesting.
No, Eddie Boone and me and Ray, we all good friends. We could bring him on sometime. He's
you know Eddie too? Philly. That's cool.
Yeah, he's originally from Philly.
Yeah.
He's a good brother.
Well, yeah, we should have him on with both you guys sometime. What do you think, Eddie? Here's if you want to reach out to me, I have it right.
We got Mr. Johnson Boxing Talk and more. Tyson did it to Steve Cunningham, but he used it to pin him. So what does he mean? He used what? When he come back on, Brian, try to read it. Mr. Johnson.
Tyson did it to what did he say? When Tyson did it to Steve Cunningham, but he used it to pin him.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I think he was saying he used his weight. And remember, Steve was talking about that, how he just kept leaning into him. But Tyson Fury said that was his best fight. The most skilled fighter that he fought was Steve. He said was Steve. I told Steve that. I sent him the video and everything. He says, wow, because he was salty about it. He said, I cheated with the leaning on me and everything. But after that, he had more respect. He says, man, he really said I was the best.
Yeah, see, real quick, Dave and Brian, that's the tactics. See, that's the tactics where you lean on somebody, get them tired. I seen trainers do that. I was with a lot of old time trainers. They use certain things to get the opponent tired. But there's trainers that just teach you, just use finesse, be in good shape, beat the guy fair square. You don't have to lean on him. You don't have to hit him in his whatever, and fight like that. So I can see where he coming from with that. A certain, Tyson will lean on you to get you tired when all he got to do, where you going? Who? Oh, the kids. I'm sorry, my grandkids coming. I'm sorry, guys. All Tyson had to do, defense, Philly shell, and he won't have to jump back and everything. So that's the difference, guys. That's the difference. What we seen. Tyson Fury is a very good champion and boxer, but his defense, he won. He won without his defense. I guess his defense is moving around, moving the way he moved, holding and hitting. But you don't see really no slip, boom, boom, right? Hands up, block the jab, over top of it, boom, up like this. You don't see all that, okay? And he's a champion, holding, boom, 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 and then he got Deontay Wilder out, and so he did pretty good. He's Gypsy King, Gypsy champ, and that motivation, all that around him, would cause him to get where he's at today.
So David, the thing I got to ask, because you're going to be the director of celebrity relations and stuff. What kind of, just to throw it out there, what kind of person would you select from the martial arts world to put in the ring with a boxer? What would be somebody you would think would be good?
Anybody.
It's funny you asked that because there's a comment in here from Mr. Johnson Boxing Talking More, where he said best person to get that's available for Wilder is if he wants to do an MMA against Michael Jai White. So I would love to see Michael Jai White do a celebrity boxing match. Now, of course, Michael Jai White's a great martial artist. His kicks are phenomenal. I don't know about his grappling or anything, but his hands are actually pretty damn good from what I've seen from training. Now obviously fighting is a whole different thing. I would love to see Michael Jai White in the Circle of Legends event. Boxing somebody, even boxing Tim would be amazing. I mean, shit, I'd box Michael Jai White. Like anybody would probably love that opportunity.
You beat him.
Oh, well, after training with you, yeah, of course. But
Michael Jai White said he could beat Mike Tyson.
No, I know, which is very interesting. But
he's my grandkids. I'm getting ready to kick them out. This is
there's your friend.
This is Nathan. This is Natalia, and this is Nolan. I get the heck out of here. That's 3 of my 14 grandkids. I get the heck out of here.
You got quite a bit of them.
I got 14.
Wow.
Go ahead. Come on.
So what would be an interesting fight? So Michael Jai White against anybody would be interesting, but there should always be a story and some kind of real beef behind the fight, I think, to make it even more interesting. And the guy, R. Marcus Taylor, who played Suge Knight in the Straight Outta Compton movie, he's got a legitimate beef with Michael Jai White, and he's actually a really good martial artist. He fought professional kickboxing, R. Marcus Taylor, so that would be a pretty damn cool fight on the Circle of Legends. And I think ultimately it would be a positive thing because they could resolve that, shake hands, hug it out afterwards, just get it out in the ring, and why not? That's a much better way to resolve it, I think. Everybody makes money, they have some fun, they entertain the fans. It's way more pros than cons.
Yeah, well, just what you said, everybody makes money, and just people change things just for the money and not for the I don't know what word to use, because I'm fully I'm a boxer, and I would want all the boxers to get stay the boxing straight up with the boxing, but money will make you go in a certain direction if there's enough money, right?
He would make more money boxing than he would doing his movies, in my opinion, quite a bit more. I don't know how much he makes per movie, but I'm pretty sure, and a lot of it has to do with people are very curious with those untested guys. It's look, he's in great shape. He's done martial arts his whole life, but and he talks a lot. You know, Bruce Lee beat him, Expendables beat them, Mike Tyson beat him. So he talks a lot. It's like, I would just love to see the match. And, you know, ultimately it'll lay to rest. Like, a lot of people will like, you know, give him crap over it. And I've made videos talking about him too, related to what he said. So
Yeah.
I just think there's more pros than cons. You know, it's like, have some fun, make more money than you do in your movies, and just, hey, if you're that good, just shut all the mother effers up once and for all, you know?
Yo, you're right. You're right. Brian, read a dub. Read a dub.
Tyson seemed to dodge talking about him on the Joe Rogan podcast when Joe asked him if he knew him.
Who is he? Who was he talking about? I messed up on that.
And Michael J. White described himself as being like Tyson, a loose cannon, and said he had to be careful around Tyson when they met. Seemed like there is a little tension or something.
Oh.
I think maybe Michael J. White's kind of got, you know, that arrogance maybe about him. And I don't think that mixes well with Tyson when you got that kind of, I don't know. What do you think there? Well, you knew him, Tim, but David, what do you think with Michael J. White? Do you think
I didn't know Michael J. White. I don't know Michael J. White.
No, I
said
Tyson,
David.
No, you knew Tyson. I'm saying, I said to David, does he bring that kind of arrogant kind of, you know, movie star where everybody's telling you you're great and amazing? You kind of get delusional, and you get that around Tyson.
He describes himself as being Tyson.
Yeah, he could be being like him.
You know, funny enough, he played Mike Tyson in the HBO movie back in the late 90s, funny enough. And I don't know if they just did it for marketing or press, but they said, oh, he was actually faster than the real Mike Tyson, which I don't believe. I mean, the real Mike Tyson was pretty damn fast, man.
Yes, he was.
But, you know, like, it's like, I made a video about this whole thing where you shouldn't comment about people like Mike Tyson or Michael Jordan or Bruce Lee, because you really can't win. Like, people hold them up on this pedestal for good reason, and they're legends. So it's like, if you say you could beat them, like, even if you could, like, you shouldn't say it, because it's disrespectful. So, you know, even like, I think Tyson Fury was asked if he could beat Mike Tyson. He said, Mike Tyson beat me in the first round. It's like, and he's the champion, you know, and he would say that, whereas you have, you know, Michael J. White, who's a movie guy, saying he
say that. He shouldn't say that. I know he's giving him respect.
Yeah. So anyway, it seems like it is entertaining, though, whenever Michael J. White goes on DJ Vlad, because he will always say something that it's like, really? You know, like Jackie Chan could beat Bruce Lee, or like, you know, the director of Exit Wounds told him he's allowed to beat up Steven Seagal on the movie set. It's like, I don't know how he comes up with this stuff. Maybe there's some truth to it, but it's just like, so that story surfaces 20 years later. I don't really see the point to bring it up now, 20 years later, other than to get Steven Seagal pissed off at you, you know?
Okay. Yup. Listen, somebody, Eddie Boone, who's with us, he said, I want to see Michael J. White versus Marcus Taylor. Then you got Joseph Farganti saying, I agree, crossover could damage the sport. It would make it more of a spectacle than a sport. I believe it. I believe that. You understand? You read that, Joseph Farganti? Did you read it?
More of a spectacle than a sport. Like, there's interest in the spectacle, you know. Like, I like these gimmick celebrity fights, man. They're fun. They are more for like the mainstream audience. They're more for people who don't even watch boxing, just a casual fan. But the benefit is those casual fans may be turned on to the real professional boxers because they get into it. It's like, oh, this was fun and entertaining. Let's see guys who commit their life do it at the highest level now. So I think like that's a benefit of getting the casual fans watching some of these and wanting to kind of like dig deeper into the more of the real boxing world.
Yo, that kind of hit the point. I like that. Yup. Come on, Brian. You got to keep it moving.
Yeah. No, you guys are doing well. I didn't want to interrupt the flow.
Okay. It's just I love Michael J. White. But he is deluded. Michael J.W. would not last 5 minutes with a good middleweight. I thought he was heavyweight.
Well, Michael Jai White's a heavyweight, but that's the point the guy's trying to make. He wouldn't even let him
Oh
be
snap! Okay, yo, that's disrespectful there, man. Okay.
What about it? But no, the ultimate test, and I think we could have, we'll be divided on this, who might go through, not being a boxer, but might be able to go through every weight class and wipe everybody out, is the master Steven Seagal. David, your opinion.
Okay, so Seagal's like in his 70s now. Now, if you're talking about Seagal in his prime, and you're talking about a street fight without rules, a lot of his techniques would not be allowed in MMA, and obviously certainly not boxing. Now, if you're talking about an actual street fight with Seagal in his prime, I legitimately think he could stand toe-to-toe against anybody.
I like that.
Yeah, like if you dig more into his background, man, and he's a big-ass guy. Like, I think physically he's even bigger than you, Tim. It's not like he's a normal-sized guy. He's a big-ass dude.
What, is he 6'4"?
At least, maybe 6'5".
You serious?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a big dude.
Okay. He was kind
Richard
of
G says, laugh my LMFAO.
Like I said, in his prime in a street fight, that's different than like, a sport.
But you know who challenged him, right? To a no-holds-barred match. Huh?
George Foreman challenged him.
Yeah. He said, I'll only box and you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, look what my cousin said, Wayne Witherspoon. I hate to cut you off and go in a different direction. He said, it's like when Floyd Mayweather says that he's better than the great Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that upset Mike Tyson, didn't it? That was when he really got upset at him when he said that, I think.
Tyson even said that Muhammad was the greatest because Muhammad did stuff in the ring and outside the ring. That's what makes you different. He didn't walk around. Listen, I love Floyd Mayweather, but he didn't walk around with jewelry. He didn't walk around flashing money. He didn't walk around saying he got 20 cars. Everybody loved Muhammad Ali. I'm not saying that Floyd is doing the wrong things, but I was with him. I was his sparring partner. And he would walk around with basic clothes on, nothing new. He would carry a handkerchief, and he would take it out of his pocket and blow his nose snot in the handkerchief and put it back in his pocket. What kind of man is that? He would let everybody, whatever happens, go ahead and do that. He would never like say, oh, hey, no, I want to get that. No, he would let the person do it first.
I always thought that was like a weird thing with handkerchiefs. Like, because I don't think anybody in the last 20 years just blows their nose and puts it back in their pocket. Like, I use paper towels and I throw them in the garbage. I hope most people do that too.
No, he didn't throw it in the garbage. He put it back.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a thing anymore, man. That's such
get a lot of money at auction, though, if it was found.
He
could get a lot of money at auction.
He put it. If you get some snot, right?
Well, this is the rag. It's used rag. I mean, Elvis's used toothbrush, I think after he passed away, went for $30,000. Your man here, the Jughead one, says, Tim, my brother, I was not being disrespectful about Michael J. White. Is not used to being hit. This is why he would not last 5 minutes with middleweight. With a middleweight, Michael J. White is a point fighter. And just so you know, there, Jughead, Tim did challenge him.
But wait a minute, though, Brian. You can say what you want to say on this show. We just say we love everybody. You say what you want to say. Don't say get upset, because I'm never going to get upset. I'm sure that Dave or Brian won't either. No, this is why we want everybody to join in with this show, because we got the knowledge and we have a lot of, I'm not saying we know everything, but we know enough for you to get your attention, okay? Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Always say what you want. Especially Michael J. White's earned the right to be harassed a little bit.
We got to get him fighting in the Circle of Legends event. We got to get him, man. And I'm telling you, he will have, he will have a lot of fun. He will make a lot of money. there's way more pros than cons in it for him.
True. That was water. That was true. Yeah, that yo, man, I think we doing really good. I like this. Let's keep going. Brian, come on, man. You're gonna
Well, you want to roll there for a second, champ. So.
I met Tyson back in 2000, and damn, he was scary looking, but extremely nice. Okay, all right, that's kind of cool. Mr. Johnson, boxing talk and more. I think the fair assessment would be to here who Michael J. White sparred with in boxing and MMA, but all of it is opinions. What would you think, guys? Oh, I didn't read it right. I didn't read it right.
Comment again?
Huh? Read it. Read it, Dave.
Well, I'm looking for that one.
Mr. John, hold up. I'll be right back. Hold up. Don't go nowhere, everybody. Hold up.
Well,
everybody stay okay.
You know, this comment on from Miss B, Tim Witherspoon, in all his boxing career, he only used 1% of his full power. I want to see what Tim says about that. I know that's why you put that one on the screen.
There's a lot of guys who are glad he didn't use all his power then.
Dude, like, who is that dude that he did that overhand right and knocked him on the head and almost like broke the dude in half?
Andrew Eklund, something like that.
Yeah, every time I bring up like Tim Witherspoon in conversation, somebody will like send me that video clip. I'm like, yeah, that guy.
The guy's face was deformed. Yeah, like his face. I mean, Tim hit him so hard. That is if anybody wants to see the absolute Tim's epitome of exactly how an overhand should be thrown. That is actually, you notice his hand will go hit him and then goes right down by the left leg. We're talking about your overhand right against Eklund. Is that how you say his last name? Andrew Eklund?
Yes, Andrew Eklund. He passed away.
Oh, did he?
But you know what? He was real strong. I'm going to make this brief. He was real strong. So me getting that shot on him, knocking him out in the first, was to me was lucky because when I got in close with him and he just moved me like I was nothing. He was like 6'8", 6'9".
Damn.
And I thought it was going to be an easy fight. But when I got in close to him and he just went like that, I said, oh my God. So when I hit him with that overhand right, I was like, shoo. Because he was strong. He might not have the skills and stuff, but he was strong. So I had to be careful. And I heard he passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. He was a really nice guy, quiet. And he tried to fight me, and the results was I knocked him out. It was the first round.
Tim, would you say if you looked at your technique, that was probably your perfect example of how to throw an overhand right, correct?
Yeah, and that particular fight, yeah, that was right on time, and I hit him. He went down. Yup. So David, like if you keep practicing that overhand right, it's going to be the number one. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. Because I'll probably end up being smaller than my opponent. You know, there's actually there's an ex-UFC fighter that's been. I want to fight you, but like he's a lightweight. I only like to fight people bigger than me. That's all I've ever fought growing up. You know, because I was always a smaller guy.
Like that.
At least has to be the same size as me, but more than likely, it'll be somebody taller because like. And I'll address something that Michael Bisping said, you know, because like I'm between 5'9" and 5'10", so that's like average height. But Bisping like joked about Twitter, oh, you know, I'll fight you if you grow a couple of feet. It's like, dude, you're 3 inches taller than me. It's like you're not that much taller. But anyway, I really would prefer to fight a taller opponent and smash him with that overhand right that you teach me.
Yep, you're gonna have to get busy with your jab and your defense. I'm going to definitely make sure your defense is nearly close to, you know, to like you can't get hit at all. And if you make the mistake, it's going to be your fault. And it, you know, like offense is just as beautiful. Defense is just as beautiful as offense.
Oh yeah.
You just don't have people talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a more defensive guy, even though I got that good overhand right. And it's just as beautiful missing a punch, blocking it, is punching somebody. So
Oh,
the trainers,
100%. I appreciate the hell out of
so
defense.
Dave, the trainers today, they just teach all offense because nobody showed them how to do defense. You can
Not
win.
nearly at
You
your level.
can
They
win
don't.
having all offense, but you might pay the price. But if you have both of them, you'll get away from maybe some type of damage or something like that. And I'm just talking by experience because getting hit all the time is not beneficial.
Oh no, we wouldn't even be having you live with this conversation if you got hit all the time. You'd be gone, like mentally, but you're still very
I'd be
sharp.
like saying, No, I can't make. I'm not making fun at people that was damaged because
Oh, of course not. We're just saying that you defended all this stuff.
Yeah, and I love them guys, and there's some of them that can't really communicate with me, and I feel bad about it. I'm not saying no names. I haven't got hit in a lot, but maybe because it's my age, I'm not gonna tell my age. I do be forgetting sometimes, but I need to start reading books and just like you train, you gotta train
Oh
your
yeah,
mind,
exercise the brain,
right?
yeah, crossword
Yeah,
puzzles,
so
all that
I'm gonna
stuff.
start reading, and I know it's going to get better.
Sure.
Real quick, the Jughead one said I stated that Tyson Fury would not have lasted 5 rounds in Tim Witherspoon's era. There were real killers in Tim's era. I remember. LOL. Real quick, Tim, how would you have fought Ngannou?
I would have to be in shape first of all. I have to be in real good shape. At this point, right now, when he fought Tyson Fury, to me the fight would be easy. All I have to do is be in shape because that's his first fight switching over. Now there is guys that when they switch over or do something new, they do really well at it. But I'm seasoning and I know stuff. All I have to do is be in shape. I possibly could knock him out or just beat him every round because they have a good defense. But you can't take nothing from him. He's strong. He's willing to learn. And I think he did a really good job. But Tyson Fury underestimated a lot of things in this fight. And so I don't mind. I would be really confident in fighting anybody, really. Because I know I only time if they hit me is because I let them hit me or I made a mistake.
So somebody here, Richard G. Vikings hook shoots look good or shots. Shoot, I think.
Whoa, was that a left hook you threw, David? That was a left hook you threw, or was it a right hand? When I had
the left hook, because you wanted me, like, I am right-handed, so obviously I should be boxing with the left lead. Yeah. Though, when I'm practicing a lot, I just switch because I'm used to that from my Taekwondo background where I could use both sides really good, So, but yeah, but I've been working on the left a lot more. You'll see actually when I come out there next week. I've been refining it a lot more.
Why don't we go ahead and show everybody?
So David,
you guys ready?
So David, real quick, you're gonna have to control your boxer with your jab. Just remember that.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna work on that, okay?
Mm-hmm. There you go for everybody to see.
That's artillery. Your jab is setting up everything, and you gotta strengthen that up. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. You ready, guys?
Come on.
He hurt my shoulder.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm just.
Right hand of the book. Okay, go. Right hand. Woo! Shit.
That left hook's not bad. You know what's funny? Oh, see, I'm gonna get that overhand right, but you know what's funny? This is after I lifted weights for 2 hours, so I'm a little stiff.
That's right.
Like I'll be a lot looser. Because we'll be going hardcore in the training.
Yo, give me 5 seconds, and he's not even turning his shoulders. He's just doing like this. He's not even turning his shoulders and whipping. When I show him how to turn his shoulders and get it, oh, they're gonna leave here. Did you see the video just now? He's just going like this. He's not going like this, he's not turning his shoulders in. He's just whipping it naturally. Imagine if he put his shoulders and waist and everything in that movement. Somebody get knocked out.
Potential for that power, man.
That's how you.
It's there. It's definitely there, man. I know it is.
That's how I'm calling you champ right now because I know if anybody out there want to do something, I know that you'll be ready. That's right. But so that's the thing. You're not turning your shoulders and you hitting hard as hell. Yo, man, I'm serious.
No, just like back in the day when because I like lifting weights and just from bodybuilding, which you don't even really train for strength, I was able to put up some pretty damn good numbers. Now, and that wasn't even like if I couldn't imagine if I actually trained as a power lifter. So I was able to just put up some good raw numbers. This is all natural, by the way, which I'm very proud of. But just through bodybuilding, I got like a crazy amount of strength growing up back in the day, and that's not even doing powerlifting techniques.
Wait a minute. What did Eddie Boone say?
That
Hey,
left
Eddie
hook
Boone's
was
a fan of the left
nasty.
hook, man. I'm gonna knock out my opponent with the left hook.
Hey, there's somebody. I mean to cut you off. There's Miss Bitch. She's saying people's champ. She's saying salute. Hey, Miss Bitch, go ahead. Go ahead, David. Let's keep going, Bryant. We got to keep our fans and our friends happy about coming in. We got Sophie, Steve, Thunder, Michael. Who's that? Sophie, is that's what Jake Paul has brought to the sport. What Jake Paul brought? I like him. He's cool with me. What did he bring? Look at that. Sophie, Steve, Thunder, Michael. He says that's what Jake Paul brought to. What did Jake Paul bring, Brian?
I don't know. Maybe he's just talking about the crossover stuff, that he kind of brought the whole, to that next level. I mean, that one fight he had with Mayweather, that was, I mean, from the celebrity side, somebody went from a YouTuber.
Mayweather played with him.
What?
Mayweather played with him.
Oh, well, yeah. Mayweather's a beast. And then, but I mean, the Conor McGregor Mayweather, that was the real big crossover fight from the UFC. I mean, mass $138 million is what Conor made alone.
Wow.
138 million.
Wow.
Correct. Richard Ladd. Michael J. White is not used to getting hit.
Right.
Getting punched in the face with a glove, and it says fist is you gotta read that. I'm older than you. Unique experience, believe me, LOL. What do you think about that? Richard Ladd says Michael J. White is not used to getting hit punch in the face.
Well, yeah, and I think that's something everybody said there. He keeps saying he may not have been in an official fight, but he says I've sparred, and sparring is the same thing as a real fight. And I guess it depends on who he's sparring. Is this person all out trying to take his head off, or like somebody else said, they just doing some light touch sparring? Because he gets in the ring with you or David, he might get his head knocked off.
That's true.
It doesn't make sense for Michael J. White to spar hard because he's pretty active and he's doing movies all the time. Why would he risk injuring and getting knocked out for what? If he wanted it for his ego, then do a real fight. And if you want to boost your ego, do it in front of 1 million people watching. It doesn't make sense to do it like in a room where there's nobody at. But I'm gonna, do a real fight / spar and risk injury. And then it's like, for what? Then you can't even work on your movies because he will say, I don't want to be a fighter because then those guys are broke and then I couldn't provide for my family. It's like, well, why are you sparring hard in the gym then, dude? Like, that's why I don't think he is, because it's like, it doesn't make sense.
But Dave, you take it on. I'm just going to get a couple of seconds. He can spar hard if he can not learn how to not get hit. Okay, is learn how to not get hit. But I know what you mean by sparring hard. That's going to take a lot out of you and all that type of thing. But if he's not getting hit, he can spar hard all he want to. And so you were saying if he spar hard, that that's going to take toll on him.
Unless he trained with you.
I'm working with you. I like that you're not the underdog, but Michael J. White, everybody knows his name more than you. A lot of people know your name, and we family. So we training together. I think that'll be beneficial. And I like teamwork.
We may not want to release too much footage because I do want people to think of me as the underdog, So it's that fine line and balance where it's like, maybe if we release this amazing footage, people will take me way more serious and I could get the fight, but then I won't be the underdog per se. So
No,
we'll see what we release.
they'll go by when you fight. So we got to figure something out because they're going to go by when you go fight. If you fight a couple of times, that's what people are going to see with progress and all that. So just training and talking, we're going to have to show them.
Oh yeah. And again, the opponent that I know we will get, there's doubters out there, but look.
Oh yeah.
Even like when Conor McGregor wanted the Mayweather fight, people were like, oh, it ain't gonna happen, can't happen. It's never gonna happen. Dana White was like, no, that ain't gonna happen. Everybody's like, ain't gonna happen. But see, he believed it and he kept working towards it and he made it happen. So it's like you're always gonna get that opposition. So I'm even on my much smaller scale, obviously, than Conor. It's like I'm getting all that. Oh, you're never gonna get like a big fight. It's like I'll get a big fight, trust me. And that's the bigger challenge. Actually, is actually getting the fight. I know that, but I know I can make that happen as well. And then, again, like you said, with the training, I'm going to have all the confidence in the world, man, because it's going to be very hard to hit me. And I'm going to hit back very hard.
I'm not even worried about it. I'm not. I'm not. I know you shouldn't be either. That's the kind of confidence that I have. We're going to read some more stuff, Brian. Come on, man.
Yeah, and I just want to say for all of those who kind of don't believe that David, doing any type of like real boxing training at
he's serious.
Guys get dropped. They've brought people down who thought I've seen some huge dudes come to our school and they thought they were tough. I won't mention any names, but we had somebody and I seen them.
Yeah, because they might come beat you up.
You're gonna come to that school, man. You're gonna fight and you're gonna get hit and you're gonna be up against some world-class fighters, man. So anybody who thinks he's not gonna be doing and hasn't been doing it with us, you're going to be surprised.
Oh, yeah. And like, I'm just not a dude that talks, because, for example, people would have said, oh, I'm never going to make my movie. I had a lot of people saying that. But like, literally, I just got done with production of the Bloodstorm movie. What was today? I just got done with it on last Wednesday. Long shoot. Did a lot of stuff in Northern California. Finished some amazing stuff in Oklahoma. Also a producer on that film. And the lead as well. It's me and this young police woman are the two leads, right? But anyway, long story short, people are just, they never believed I would make that happen. Like, it's done now. It's just in post-production. So when I'm like talking about doing stuff, I'm actually doing stuff, man. Yeah. And that's why I know I'm going to make this fight happen too. It ain't just like talk. I'm going out there next week. We're going to be doing hardcore training. People are going to see that and they're going to take the shit a lot more serious. That's just right. The reality.
That's right. And then after your first fight, they're gonna get even more serious. Brian and David, you got Eddie Boone saying crossover fighting is an excellent idea. It's more money. What is about? That's my man Eddie Boone. What about that? Crossover. That means if you cross over to Dave, Viking Samurai, there could be more money.
Hey, 1 minute, Tim. Just say hi to Bruce Gass is here.
Hey, Bruce. What's up? Bruce is in the house. You, east side.
Somebody wants a poster. Richard G wants a poster from you, Viking.
Okay.
When I get the Bloodstorm poster, or, the last Kumite. So, I seen the teaser to the last Kumite, by the way, which is going to be out in a month or two, and then the real trailer is going to be out next year. It looks amazing, man. You guys are going to be blown away from the last Kumite. Obviously I fight in the Kumite in that movie. Pretty cool. But yeah, when these posters are out, whoever wants them, I'm happy to like sign, and I'll try to get the other people who were in the movie, because there's a lot of legends of the last Kumite. I need to get a poster with all those dudes signing, like Matthias Hughes, Billy Blanks, Muhammad Kisi, Cynthia Rothrock, Kurt McKinney. There's like too many people to name. I need to get that poster myself. But yeah, I'll try to hook people up. If I could get that, and of course I'll add my signature to it.
Tim, that's beautiful. Tim, was Jerry Cooney? It says, Tim, was Jerry Cooney have a good defense when you sparred with him? He did keep his hands up. I sparred with Jerry Cooney, everybody. And it was a short sparring session. It was about 10 days. They said, was this Cooney had defense? He did keep his hands up. But I got in a lot of times. I got in on him a couple of times. I used to spar with Jerry Cooney. Yeah, I did. Eddie Boone said crossover fighting is an excellent idea. It's more money, more money. What you think? Crossover.
You know, definitely, because it is like, because, you know, people will say, if I just give myself an example, like, oh, who are you? It's like, it's not about right now, man. It's about next year when I have all these movies come out and the YouTube continues to grow and then the name builds and then there's interest because, like, I'll just say, if you guys watch Bloodstorm and I play a pretty badass character, people will want to see the guy who played that character fight for real. Trust me, man. It's a pretty hardcore movie, pretty badass movie. So that's only going to help, you know, because again, you have these naysayers now. Who are you? Nobody. It's like, trust me, people will want to see me fight for real after they see that movie.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at my grandkids. Okay, so says people really want to fight full contact. They don't do points. They left now. So come on, so read some stuff so we can keep going.
I'm putting your
we got
son's
15.
address in somebody
We
asked.
got 15 minutes, Brian. We got 15 minutes.
Yeah, man. Whatever you want. You're the boss.
I'm not the
I'm
boss.
I'm the wizard, man. That's all I do. I'm a slave for you two.
I ain't no daggone boss. We working together as a team.
You be telling me, read those
This is a
things.
trifecta right here.
Brian, where are you? Pull that fight up now.
Okay, Fair 60 MGW Miss Bitch, bro, stop. He wouldn't. He is a keto block belt. That's somebody she talking about. You know.
Oh, she's talking about Steven Seagal. I seen that comment saying like that wouldn't work in the street.
Tanaya, come here quick.
I'll tell you guys, I was in St. Louis with Sensei Elliot Freeman, who's Seagal's most senior student, and some of the stuff that guy can do. And by the way, he is literally working with the you know, the police department out there for new techniques, because a lot of these cops, like, they're not trained basically to handle a lot of these criminals. Anyway, he's working to try to make it so these cops know what the hell to do. So, but some of the stuff that he showed me, I was like blown away. And he even told me it's like his level compared to Steven Seagal's is like down here. And Elliot Freeman is, I mean, he's pretty amazing, man. But you won't know unless you experience that yourself, how he can manipulate you know, like it'd almost be like, you know, if somebody, like, for example, if somebody didn't believe how good you were, Tim, and then it's like, okay, get in the ring, try to hit him, try to punch him, you know, and then it's like, you can't touch him. Then they realize because they experienced it. But that's what, you know, the analogy I'm going with Elliot. It's like, unless you experience that, you won't, like, it wouldn't, you know, you can't appreciate it.
That makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense to you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Got to actually try it, go through it, and see, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's been that one guy, Rokas, the martial arts.
But see, Rokas is the guy that gives Aikido a bad name because he does that flowery bullshit, dude. Like,
what is it?
What is it? That's the kind of Aikido that, like, people make fun of because it's all. It's not tension Aikido. I'll just put it that way.
What does he do? What does he do?
The guy you trained. Remember, he trained with you a little bit online. Rokas wanted to learn boxing.
Oh, is he a big dude?
No, he's the skinny guy. We did a video. We did an online thing training for it. We trained with you online.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he tried, man. He went in and sparred hard. He tried using everything you showed him, man. He, you know.
Yeah,
he tried to put it into action.
I would appreciate his martial arts journey, and I'm glad
you'll gun him down. You'll gun him down.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, look, he's a nice guy. I actually interviewed him on my channel, but he's not a fighter. You know, like it didn't matter if he trained in Aikido or now he trains in MMA, kickboxing, etc. Because I think his fight record's 0-3. Like, he's just not born a fighter. Now, obviously, if you're born a fighter, you still need to train. You know, you still need to get in shape. You got to learn, you know, skills, techniques. But some people are just fighters, man. They're like they're a pit bull, whereas like other people are like a golden retriever or a poodle. It's just how you're born, man.
Yeah, you
With-
talk
with
like a
either
man like
shitload of potential
Foreman.
or not. And
Foreman,
that
right?
you know, so
Like Foreman, who literally said, "I just wanted to kill everybody. I wanted to kill people."
I know,
Well,
I
he said, "I
know.
wanted to
Yes,
kill them."
that's psychological warfare. Okay,
But he was serious. He said he legitimately wanted to kill his opponent.
that's interesting because he seems like such a nice guy, doesn't he?
Well, now he is. He said he was
Now
a
he is.
bully and all kinds of stuff before he had his religious moment, which came after fighting Ali. It destroyed his ego when he hit Muhammad Ali with everything he had. He said it just destroyed him. That here he was, the hardest hitter he thought, and he believed in his mind he couldn't hurt Ali, and he went down.
hey, can somebody tell me this? Somebody's saying Steve Seagal would get whipped, and that's why he's in hiding in Russia.
It's just a joke someone's
What
gonna
is
make
that?
and give
What
him a
is
hard
that?
time.
What
You
is that?
know, like
We got,
I just got a message. I'm gonna put in a video.
we got 10 minutes.
So because I know a guy who's really well. I know a few people who are close to him. Of course, Sensei Elliot Freeman is very close to Seagal, but I also have other guys who are directly connected. So anytime I need to ask something, they could get an answer for me, which is actually pretty cool.
We got Dean McKellar, Masterworks. He's a 9th degree black belt in whatever that is.
Do you know who he is, David? Master Wang Qi.
No, but I will
Maybe
tell
you
you, I know, and we actually have the second highest rank taekwondo guy in the United States in the Bloodstorm movie, Grandmaster Rick Stanford. Now, this guy has a Guinness Book of World Records for doing a roundhouse kick and breaking 9 boards, with his foot, which is crazy that his foot doesn't break, but like he's literally got the record for that. Anyway, he's in the Bloodstorm movie. There's a lot of cool people in that movie, man.
You got somebody stepping up here for you, David. It's
Sifu Steve is 6'4". Steve Legal, Steve Sifu Steve is 6'4". Legal.
Seagal.
He's 6'4" or 6'5". I think he's taller than 6'4", but people will say what they want. That doesn't mean it's a fact. I think he's at least 6'5", though.
6'5".
But I like this guy's comment here.
Yeah.
I like this guy's comment
I'll
right
read
here.
it for you. It's Shiho said, and they said Viking Samurai can't beat Bisping or Michael J. White boxing because he doesn't have the experience. Francis didn't either, and he did better than anybody against Fury.
Boom.
According to Fury. That was according to Fury.
According to Fury.
But so you can debate it or not. And then afterwards, Ngannou, I always say his name wrong. He said that he's ready to knock out Tim Witherspoon. Those are exact words.
Hey, I'm 65. All I gotta do is get in good shape and block his punches. All I gotta do is catch him. If he could take a good punch, I might be in a little trouble. But if he can't, then he's in trouble. I would get in the ring with him. Yep. He's much more younger and stronger and more, he probably can last longer, but I got better skills. I'll just learn how to keep my hands here when he throw the punches. I'll block them. I won't get hit. If he throw combinations, I know how to block them, keep my hands up. So it's a matter of me and how much juice I got left in my tank. I would love to get in there and I won't get hit. Well,
Man, we gotta find the right opponent.
But it's not my time.
We gotta circle legends. Tim's comeback fight.
Yes,
You gotta have somebody big.
Right.
Man, we gotta get the right guy.
The Jughead here had something interesting. I got to read this because my man.
We got 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes.
Secondly, Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, Donald Curry, and even Marlon Starling. My man Marlon said, just talked to him the other day, would have beaten Floyd. What say you, Tim? Before you say anything, you're gonna go meet him. We're gonna make a pilgrimage one day, Viking, and we're gonna go up and see him. He's in Hartford, Connecticut.
Nice.
Master of the high god. Secrets will be lost, man. And that man lives in anybody wants a lesson, reach out to me and I can put you in touch with Marlon, man. He needs to make money right now. He's got big secrets and he needs somebody who want to be under his wing.
Mhm.
Anyways, go ahead, Viking. Sorry, or Tim.
Tim.
No, go ahead.
Oh, this is
Richard.
to you.
Richard
This is
Ladd.
asking you.
Oh, you just got another super chat. Here you go. Lon's Cardio and Fitness. Shout out my warrior teammates, bro, champ, Viking Samurai, Subdue Combat Sports from Cornersville, Indiana.
Oh,
they're fighting in Richmond, Indiana, November 4th. Shout out to you guys.
We could have came there if they was nearby. I would have came up there and said hi.
Hey, look at this comment real quick from Miss B. I have Viking Samurai against Fraud Bisbing. Hell yeah, dude. Like I'm people are very divided on the thing because some people will say, "Oh, the guy's got one eye. How dare you challenge him?" You guys do understand he did challenge a 60-year-old disabled veteran, Frank Dukes. So I seen an opportunity to challenge. I'm like, Frank, let's see some of the let's see what Duke's Brew has to offer. If anything, I want to find out just like everybody else because Duke's Brew has always been like a component you would add on to like a pre-existing martial art. So it'd be like a supercharger of sorts, the boxing, the kickboxing, the wrestling, etc. So that's the whole background with Bisbing. It's not like I'm just calling out a retired fighter with one eye, even though the story makes sense. Viking Samurai versus Cyclops, almost like a mythological story,
And all he does have to do, though, is say no. That's all he had to do is say nope. That's all. I mean,
it's so crazy the elements related to Bloodsport where like the guy Enrico, who literally owns the Kumite sword that was in the movie because he was producer Mark DeSelle's little brother in the Big Brother program. It's like he reached out to me and it's like, and when I had this crazy idea of like, dude, what if we offered the sword up for the fight if Bisbing fights me? The real Kumite sword. He's like, yeah, it's a brilliant idea. It's like, I don't know why Bisbing would turn that down. It's like you can have the ultimate movie memorabilia, which is worth a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. And because I did get under his skin, he like honestly, if somebody got under your skin, wouldn't you want to knock him out? Of course you would. And if you would get paid to do it, like there's way more pros than cons, man.
Don't worry, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to working with you, David. And I do believe in you. The couple of combinations you threw at me and the way you carry yourself, I know that you can be the man in the future. If anybody pass over or if you come over, hey, you're gonna help me by showing everybody your skills.
We're gonna find the right opponent. If it's not Bisbing, it's going to be somebody of that caliber. Like and we can't announce yet, but when we do announce the venue, people will be begging to fight there. They like, I have to be there. I have to be a part of it. So that also will help me get a very nice opponent because they'll be like, oh, damn, I got to be a part of that. It's like, yeah.
Absolutely going to be huge. And Bruce Gass just wants to say to you, champ, we set something up next year on your 45th anniversary of your debut. So he's got something coming for you, Bruce Gass.
Okay, that's my man. That's Bruce. He a part of our team, too. We are part of his. That's really good, man, hearing good news and stuff.
So, Tim, here's something interesting because you've talked trash to you didn't really talk, but you said to Michael J. White, "Come on, let's fight." And Michael J. White has said this. Michael J. White said he's gonna go into people's gyms over trash talk to say what's up. Do you think he'll eventually go to your gym? He does not want to go to Tim's gym. Don't go, Michael J. White. Unless you really fight, you're real. You don't want to
go to Tim's gym with either Tim there or me there or both of us.
What do you want to go there for? What does he want to go there for? I will welcome him because he's a nice guy and all that.
Well, because you challenged him. He said he's going to go to gyms where people have called him out and walk up to them and say what's up. Please do it. That would be a huge video.
Let me tell you, like, how strong his beef is with our Marcus Taylor, Suge Knight, and Straight Outta Compton movie. basically, look, I interviewed Michael Jai White last year at Alan Goldberg's event in Atlantic City. And if he's going to be there again next year at the end of January, I'm going to be there too, I have no issue with Michael Jai White.
Are you guys in the same weight class?
Well, like, I don't know what he weighs right now, man, because like he's got very skinny legs. Like he's pretty tall and he's got a big upper body, but his legs are very skinny. So even with that, he's probably still 205. I mean, if I don't cut anything, I'm walking around at 190. But like that size difference doesn't matter. It's not like 100-pound difference like he is with Bruce Lee, for example, as though he claims. Though it's not. He's not 100 pounds bigger than Bruce Lee, but he exaggerates. But yeah, like I got no issue with the guy. I actually like him as a martial artist, and like I always give him credit because like he's one of those guys that was able to make it in the movies for like over 20 years. Same with Scott Adkins. Now, I'll be the first to admit, just because I'm a big fan of the martial arts action genre, if they're being honest, they will admit it themselves. They are not always in the best movies. If they're being honest, they will admit that themselves. They have to know that. So, and I'll say that on my channel. And that's why I talk about the 80s and 90s movies more, because that's the golden era. That those are the best ones in the action martial arts genre. So, but anyway, where I'm going with this is the beef that he's got with R. Marcus Taylor is so strong. The simple fact that I interviewed R. Marcus Taylor had Michael Jai White block me on social media. The funny thing is, like, because I remember the message that R. Marcus sent me. Real quick, I remember the message that R. Marcus sent me. He said, I got the Michael Jai White story that'll blow your mind. And honestly, I did not know if it was going to be a positive story or a negative story. I wanted to hear it fresh for the first time when I talked to him live. Now, it did end up becoming more of a negative story. And but anyway, Michael Jai White blocked me for simply doing an interview with, I guess, a guy he doesn't like,
Just so you know, real quick, I know, David, you like doing, you got the, like we've talked about, our paranormal stuff interview. We have somebody, I don't know if it's true or not, Valiant Thor, watching from Los Alamos National Laboratory, Isotope Production Facility, Element 115 may be made there. Bob Lazar is 115.
Oh, Bob Lazar, that's an incredible story, man. Wow.
That is an interesting story, to say the least.
We got a lot of people. Greg J, Viking Material. It says Viking Material Artist in Shape. Michael Material Artist in Shape. And Command. It says not many real fights. I don't know. You got to read that. We getting ready to go. Where we going to go in 5 minutes?
Tim, you're the boss.
Let's go. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Let's go in 5 after. 5 after, we're going to go, everybody. We love you. We got David, the Viking Samurai, the real deal. In the future, you'll be working hard. Y'all think Ngannou is something. You wait till you see David fight. That's right. He's coming over, and he's having the champ in his corner. Okay.
Yep. And then there's that cat. There we go. I love the cat, man.
Oh, that's the cat. Oh,
that's an expensive cat, David makes a lot of money. Look at that cat.
Fancy cat.
Yeah, those are like a couple grand.
What, that cat? He's rich then. Okay.
Oh, well, that cat is priceless. You can't put like a dollar value on that. He's worth more than the Kumite sword.
I got my cat right here.
Miss Bitch says Bisping a joke. Nobody cares what he just says. Ain't there something?
People talking trash for you
now. You know what's funny? So, Michael Bisping and Michael Jai White have both blocked me on social media. They're friends. They train together. I'm cool with R. Marcus Taylor, so that could be part of the Circle of Legends event. It's like we'll have to get R. Marcus Taylor out there training with us, Tim, and then Michael Jai White and Bisping can train. So those are two of the boxing matches that'll be at the event. Me and Bisping, and then R. Marcus and Michael Jai White.
Victor Belfort?
Oh, Vitor Belfort. What about him?
It says Miss Bitch says he's still hating on Victor Belfort.
Oh, is Bisping still hating on him?
That's what it says. You see, Miss Bitch, we got to get her on. She know a lot of stuff. He's still hating on Victor Belfort.
Vitor
We got
Belfort is legit,
somebody
dude.
said who would win, Michael J. White or Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan would do that back kick thing that he does, and the guy would.
It depends what kind of fight they
Michael
fight.
J. White.
It depends what kind of fight they fighting.
You know, that is actually a really good
Another super
fight.
chat,
Both guys
guys.
are super skilled, super strong, super fast. I'll tell you the thing that I think would hurt Joe Rogan is that, like, I don't know if he's just trying to sound humble, but like he does not believe in himself. Like he says, "Oh, my taekwondo wouldn't do anything against these guys." It's like, what are you talking about? Look at Anthony Pettis. He won the lightweight title in the UFC because of his taekwondo. But it's like Joe Rogan just, I don't know if he's just trying to be humble or if he really doesn't believe his skills would do anything against these fighters. Whereas, of course, Michael J. White thinks he'll beat everybody, you know.
Brother,
so,
do you know how
but
many
at least he
bags-
believes in himself, which is very important.
You know how many heavy bags would disagree with that? You see him kick them heavy bags and fold them. Whoa. Michael J. White does not want to get kicked by him.
No, nobody. No. Oh,
Here's
here's
them heavy
something.
bags, man. Unbelievable. So, Lon's Cardio and Fitness, who gave you super chat, Subdue Combat Sports, Fierce
Thank
Fight
you.
Series, November 14th. Everybody, you gotta go.
November 4th, he said. November 4th.
We're going to pin it. Let me pin it. Let's see. Can I pin this?
They asked me how would I have fought Evander Holyfield. My older brother used to spar with him. He's in phenomenal shape. He does have, real quick, he does have skills to a certain extent. But he's open. He's open. Evander Holyfield stays open, but he does keep his defense kind of like, all right. I don't know. I was in a different era. I was supposed to fight him one time, but something was wrong with his heart. And so that postponed the fight, and then they declined it. But a lot of people were wary of me because of they don't know which Tim Witherspoon would show up. And that's what a lot of managers and promoters, but a lot of the boxers didn't care. They'd fight me anytime. But the managers and the promoters was kind of scared too, and some boxers. But like Evander wasn't scared, Tyson wasn't scared, but their management was. I was supposed to fight Tyson, and I heard the management turn me down. That gave me so much energy when I found that out. I was like, what? Tyson would have fought me morning, noon, and night. Okay, guys. I guess let's turn it in.
You got it, champ.
Let's turn it in. And Dave, I hope we can come on your show, or you can come back on our show.
Oh yeah, because this is streamed on mine as well. So this is how we got to do it. Where it's streaming on your channel and my channel, and
it's
then
on both.
People who see it on yours will subscribe to me. Who see it on mine will subscribe to you. Like, you know, because they're gonna be seeing us doing a lot more work together. I mean, we're part of the Circle Legends together. We'll be training together. You know, we're gonna get a big fight together. Like, I just envision you in my corner for that big fight. You know, whether it's Bisping or somebody else, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't, like, it's.
I don't care.
And we're going to really shock a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't care. You're going to be ready. We're going to be all right, and we're going to keep doing these with these meetings and these podcasts. We're going to build it up because you don't realize you don't realize, and you probably do, that you can beat them real top guys. I'm saying them names that they talking about. With the right skills and you got heart, you can beat them. I don't care if they 5 or 10 pounds heavier. I don't care about weight.
I'll give them 15 or 20.
And if you can take the punches, get your arms strong, you can beat somebody 30. I knocked out many guys 60 pounds heavier than me. And I'm heavyweight. I know you're a different weight class, but them big guys, I love to fight the big, stronger guys. I knocked them right out.
Nice.
Hey, champ, and two to put out. I mean, again, talking about Ngannou. Remember when you fought a legend, one of the greatest boxers who ever lived, Larry Holmes. How many fights did you have? You'd only been in boxing a few years.
I only had 13 fights.
So anything is possible. So, you know, I mean, to say that somebody who has a fighting background has been, has fought, been hit, punched, and done all the striking stuff.
I was around a lot of the greats.
training
Everybody.
can be the big difference. Maybe that's just what happened in Ngannou. He's a striker. They figured out his weakness. It's like, you said there was, you had seen, he had obviously been training that left hook, and he just kept landing it.
But so what's wrong with that? So that's the only thing I seen. That left hook, that he was countering on that left hook. If they would have showed me like two more things, I would have said, okay. So they only got him countering off the hook. He was throwing that hook really good, So let's do another show and bring David on. I'm glad you came on. Let's do some more stuff, because David has got to let everybody know he's the future. He's the one. He's the man that everybody's going to have to come after. And I'm in his corner. So let's have another. You decide, Brian. Let's come on. We got all our fans on here. And
He's the movie star, man. We don't have the lustrous
next
life.
year when all these projects come out, because right now I'm like under the radar, and then then I'll be up here. Okay, so somebody did ask in the chat, like, how big my role is in the last Kumite and when it's coming out. All I can say is it's a very important character, and I'm much more than a fighter in the movie. I can't really say more, but definitely one of the standout characters for sure. When the movie comes out, it will be March or April of next year, and there's going to be a teaser, which I already seen. I was blown away by, in the next month or two, and then the bigger trailer earlier next year. So that's all the information related to that.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Dave. If just hard work, and your name is going to be out there. That's all.
And that's going to help. That's going to help us get the big fight, man. As the name grows,
That's going to be it. Okay, everybody. Look forward to us. We trying to build this up. I know Dave got all his followers. We got ours. Once you get to know him and know his movement and know his fights, boy, you're gonna follow David, the Viking Samurai. And then you got Bryant, who's going to be his sparring partner.
No, I ain't getting there with him.
I won't use a left hook, Brian.
Okay, Brian, close it down. Everybody, thank you for coming on. I'm telling you, we got some hot stuff going on. Come join our show every time you hear about us coming on, okay? David, you got anything to say?
Oh, thanks for tuning in, guys. And thanks, Tim and Brian. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, I'll see you guys next week in person, man.
Whoa, I can't wait.
Be right out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hardcore training.
Clean, right, David? I expect I'm going to lose 5 pounds of fat. So.
You're gonna be eating my diet, man. So we're eating extra clean.
Yeah, a little bit of Korean twang to it, right? You're gonna put some of that Korean cooking into it.
Well, we're gonna use Mighty Mike's Knockout Barbecue sauce.
Whoa!
That's what I'm eating all my chicken with right now, dude.
I already told Shania she's gonna go a couple of. She might not last a couple of rounds, but I already told my daughter that she got to give you a couple of rounds, so don't hurt her, okay?
Hey, we'll put you in there with Melissa X or Jamie Driver. I'm scared of Jamie, man. The bare knuckler, man. Whew, she's tough.
What? I'll just work on my defense. Because I'm a real man. Like, I can't lay a hand on a woman, but I'll just defend against them.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I was good at defense, and I can't wait to get you moving. And you're going in the right direction. I'm just a little bit of salt and pepper to add on to the meat or whatever you want. I don't want to say meat because I don't eat meat no more. So, but okay. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Brian. Don't you guys drink tonight because
just water, man. Just water, man.
Just water, right?
All I drink is Mighty. The Mighty KO barbecue sauce, the best hydrator on the planet.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Come on, man, tune into us. We got a lot of stuff going on, and we're going to keep it moving. So, thank you for coming on the show. You have anything to say, David or Brian?
Oh, we're good, man. We call it a night, and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Guys. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Let's get ready to rumble.